Hey, happy Wins Wednesday. Today I wanted to talk about promo codes. A lot of folks are getting into e-commerce and are using different software that allows them to use promo codes, coupon codes, other things like that. What it comes down to is just because you have the ability to do something doesn't necessarily mean that you should. So today I wanted to talk about some of the do's and don'ts and ins and outs of promo codes and coupon codes. The answer really depends on a number of things. So there are some products and services that are really good candidates for promo codes, and those would be things like parts and consumables, software, courses, books, ad space, anything that is not a huge amount of money, not overly complex, and is not too personal. And I would say, below a certain dollar amount, and I know you're going to ask me, what is that dollar amount? And I could not even tell you. I know that dollar amount is moving up because a lot of the high-end brands and luxury brands are also starting to use promo codes. So they're kind of pushing that ceiling up as far as, who should be using promo codes and, is this out of line with what your customers expect with a premium product? So what you don't want to do is make your product appear any less premium by using a promo code. So 5 years ago, the answer would be for just about anything in aviation, absolutely not. But now it's perfectly acceptable for a lot of the things that we talked about and kind of expected for some of those things as well. And it's extremely effective for the right product with the right campaign. And we've talked before about good campaigns and the elements of good campaigns. So assuming that everything else in your campaign is going well, assuming you've got a great product and assuming you've got great advertising and you're communicating your message well, a promo code won't hurt you and will almost certainly help you under those circumstances. The things you should not use a promo code for, once again, are anything over a certain dollar amount, anything that is overly complex or custom. So anything that you can't just really put a dollar figure on, I wouldn't recommend using a promo code. Some people will argue, well, I could give them a percentage off of their total price. And that is true, but it just makes things a little bit more complicated than you need them to be when your product or service is already complex or custom and things like that. And in those cases, to add urgency, I would really rather see you add something, add another service or add a bonus or add training or add something to create that urgency rather than using a promo code. There's just easier ways to do it with those complex and custom products and services. And also with consulting. So consulting, you want to have a high perceived value on that service. And you also want to make that really custom to your customer's circumstance and situation. And you want them to understand as you're going through your negotiation that you're going to give them the best price that you possibly can, to give them the best service that you possibly can. Promo codes just kind of complicate rather than simplify that conversation and make it just that much harder to do that negotiation of a consulting contract. So things I would not use a promo code for: complex, custom, consulting, anything super expensive. Okay. There are 3 really good reasons to use promo codes. That being said, for anything that is in that first category of parts, components, consumables, books, courses, and so on that are in a moderate to moderately high price range, right? And those 3 reasons are exclusivity, urgency, and attribution. So what do I mean by that? Exclusivity, you can provide this promo code only to certain people. So let's say you only want to work with members of a certain organization. So you could create, and I have done this, create a promo code for GLADA, GLADA, the Aircraft Dealer Association. I only want to provide this particular product or service to those members at a particular discount. And I have reasons for wanting to increase my customer base among that association. So that helps me make an exclusive offer to those people and say, use the promo code GLADA when you check out. Okay. Reason number 2 is urgency. And we're all so busy that if you don't have a deadline on something, it's never going to happen. So a promo code that has an expiration date on it gives people a reason to buy now instead of just saying, well, I'll get around to that sometime. I'll get around to that next week, next month, next year, whatever. So it creates that urgency for you, which is really hard for us to do in the aviation industry. So a promo code is a really good way to do that. And the third way is attribution. So as I said, you can create those promo codes for specific audiences, and then you know exactly where they came from. So let's say I place an ad in In-Flight magazine. I also place an ad on Facebook, and then I also place an ad on LinkedIn. I can create 3 different promo codes for that campaign that are very similar to each other, but then I know exactly where that customer found us, or at least the last place that they saw our ad before they made the purchase, whether that was the In-Flight magazine, whether it was Facebook, or whether that was in LinkedIn. So it really helps me attribute that sale to a particular marketing effort. And that is always a wonderful thing in the world of sales and marketing, is to know exactly where those sales are coming from. So that is the basic summary of promo codes as far as I'm concerned. And if you want to use a particular promo code, I'm going to provide a example at the end of this video so that you'll be able to see one in action. And if you want to take advantage of it, this offer is actually good until midnight on the 15th. So there's your urgency. It will have a promo code that's specific to this, so I'll know that you saw this particular ad and can carry forward from there. So anyway, have a great Wednesday, and we'll talk to you soon.